Good morning and welcome to the vlog. Today we're looking at some historic footage of old Sentosa. Okay, this is Sentosa before Resorts World popped up. If you want to learn more about Universal Studios Singapore, which is at Resorts World Sentosa, we've already done a video of that and we're going to link that up here. And we talk about our favorite attractions and the history of the park there too. This video is mainly footage from my first visit to Singapore in the year 2001. And the reason why I know this is because my camera before that was a Video 8 camera, which I took to Magic Kingdom and to Disney World, Florida back in '99. And also too, there's a shot of an Ansett plane at Perth Airport. And of course, that airline folded in September of 2001, around the time of the 9/11 attacks. The first footage you're going to see here is from our city tour of Singapore. It used to come free, the city tour, with the holiday packages that you'd book in those days. You'd visit the temple, markets, and of course, the Raffles Hotel. You also got a view of Sentosa from the peak. And as you can see, the island was so green in those days. You could get to the island via cable car, taxi or ferry boat. The best way to travel around the island was by monorail, which took you from one attraction to the next. It had 7 stations and it opened in 1982. It reminded me a lot of the Panorail Jurong Bird Park and the monorail at SeaWorld on the Gold Coast. They were within about 10 years of each other. It's since been replaced by the Sentosa Express, a monorail that takes you from the mainland to Resorts World and then on to the southernmost tip. I love the sound of the monorail and the announcements made in many different languages.
On the left is Ancient Express. 海底世界站。Underwater World Station. Station 2, Underwater World Station. 海底世界站。
The next stop after the ferry terminal was Underwater World Singapore. Underwater World Singapore was completed in 1991 after the aquarium in Perth, which still exists to this day as Aqua. They even got assistance from the builders of our Underwater World to help progress the construction of theirs. This footage, or the footage inside, comes from 2008 to as late as 2016 when the aquarium closed. One of my favorite activities to do there was hand feeding the baby stingrays. You'd pay a couple of dollars and you get a few pieces of fish, which you'd slip between your fingers, and the stingrays would come and nuzzle your hand as they sip the fish away from you. The aquarium also housed Indo-Pacific pink dolphins, and they started at Dolphin Lagoon, which was about a 5-minute walk from the actual aquarium. And then later on, they built a pool around the back of the aquarium, and that was there until the place closed in 2016.
They have lots and lots of toys. So right now, ladies and gents, for boys and girls.
After the construction of SEA Aquarium at Resorts World, Underwater World fell out of favour with the public and closed in 2016. The dolphins and fur seals have since been relocated and the land has been completely refurbished. It was just a patch of grass last time I visited in 2018. The next stop along the monorail line is Fort Soloso. It's one of the places where you can learn about the history and occupation of Singapore during World War II. Fort Soloso was the base for the large guns which would protect Fortress Singapore from a water-based invasion. Unfortunately, the Japanese army captured Singapore from Malaysia, so the guns were never used. After that, you reach the southernmost point of Sentosa and mainland Asia. There are several beaches to enjoy here, which are now home to Wave House and also to iFly attraction.
The Sentosa monorail welcomes you on board. Further up at the end of Central Beach is home to the Dolphin Lagoon. And for the first time in Singapore, you can see the unique pink indoor pool. With so much to see.
But for your safety, please remain seated while the tram is moving. Thank you for your cooperation.
In the old days, the monorail would then weave through a couple of resorts before taking you back to the heart of the island, where you could catch the cable car back to Singapore, or you could visit a butterfly garden, or go up the Big Merlin, which is a lookout tower. From the top of the Merlin, you'd see all over the island and back to Singapore and down to the southernmost tip. There's also too, you can spy a large capacity amphitheater which housed the nightly light show. That concludes our tour of Old Sentosa Island. We still miss the hop-on, hop-off monorail, and there are plenty of reminders that it once exists. They're now restaurants or other attractions. They've incorporated these buildings. They're like multi-story buildings. You can kind of tell that there was a monorail that was once there. They've been repurposed. We have plenty more footage from our visits to Singapore, which is only about a 5-hour flight from north of Perth. We'll have a special on Jurong Bird Park, which closes this year, and also a video on our favourite things to do when visiting the island state. My name's Ian, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.